Okay, I was muted for that whole thing, so that sucks. All right, so now we're gonna talk about breaking down the NFC South for you, and then we're gonna get into some Apex. um, I'm gonna just start off with just kind of the summary on the Falcons and their new additions. Obviously, we got Bijan Robinson. He's gonna be a fucking beast this year. He's gonna be so fun to watch. Matthew Bergeron, the guard, we drafted him. I forgot where he played in college, but we got Scotty Miller. That's just a nice, just wide receiver depth. He's just quick in the slot. He's really good. Defense, we added a lot. We had added Jesse Bates, Jeff Okudah, Caden Ellis. He's that linebacker from the Saints. He had a really good year. We kind of overpaid him though, so I'm a little disappointed there. But then we also got Calais Campbell and Bud Dupree, two vets, and Trey Flowers. He's also a vet. Coming in the secondary, and then Calais and Bud just going to help out our young guys on the defensive line, obviously. Then defensively in the draft, we got Clark Phillips and Zach Harrison. Two picks I loved. We got Clark Phillips in the fourth, Zach Harrison in the third. Zach Harrison's a monster. He's an athletic freak. He's going to be awesome to watch this year. Hopefully he plays a pretty big role. Hopefully he's actually pretty good. And then David Onyemata is our last guy that we kind of got newly from the Saints. He's also really good defensive lineman, which is nice. Key names on offense we're kind of going to go over right here. Obviously, Desmond Ridder. We'll see. See how he does. A lot of our success is going to fall on him, if he can just game manage successfully. And then, we got Bijan, Tyler Algier, Cordero Patterson, three really good backs. Avery Williams is on IR right now. He's kind of a scat back, he's a poor man's Cordero, you could say. And then obviously wide receiver wise, we got Drake London, Scotty Miller is a new guy. Matt Collins is also a new guy. I forgot to talk about him. So we lack definitely some receiver depth there for sure. And what I think we're going to end up doing is actually putting Cordero a lot into maybe the slot while Bijan and Tyler. Or let's say if Tyler's in the backfield, I think either Bijan or Cordero will be there in the slot or just somewhere lined up. And then obviously, Kyle Pitts and Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith is also a new addition. I don't know why I forgot to talk about him. My notes are pretty bad, I guess. Sorry about that. Yeah, Kyle Pitts is a freak. Everyone says he's had two bad seasons. That's just not true. He had a 1,000-yard. He was at 1,000-yard receiver in his rookie year with Matt Ryan, and then Marcus Mariota comes in and he fucking sucks. And then Kyle Pitts gets hurt before Desmond Ridder comes in, and he had a bad sophomore year, obviously. But I think if our offense gets going, watch out for him. I think he's going to be really good for us. Sorry, I'm just helping out the camera a little bit here. And then on the offensive line, we got Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron. Dahlman's going to play center. Hennessy's on IR, but Hennessy is going to also be a guard center depth for us. Chris Lindstrom, who's probably the best guard in the league right now, like probably tied with Zach Frederick or maybe right in front of him. And then Caleb McGarry, who's our right tackle. He's not a great pass protector, but he's a really good run blocker, which is awesome to have. The grade that I'll give our offensive line, about a B plus. Really good, but not great. And then it's our skill position, key names, grade for them. We lack a lot of depth receiver wise. I'd probably give us like a B, maybe a C plus, honestly. All right, our front seven, we got Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, Grady Jarrett, Zach Harrison, Ebiketie, Malone, pass rushers. Troy Anderson, I hope he's gonna take a step up and play good for us. I don't know. We drafted him out of Montana State last year, I think in the second round. He's an athletic freak. He does everything. He's really good. He's really talented. I don't know how good he is. Hopefully he'll be good. And then obviously Caden Ellis, Bud Dupree, Lorenzo Carter, Tay Davis. He's a linebacker as well. So there is actually a lot of depth here. But if I were to give them a grade, we don't have like a huge talent wise other than Grady Jarrett, and hopefully Ebiketie becomes pretty good. But I'd honestly give us a B. I think there's a lot of depth that's really nice. And then obviously our secondary, we got AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates. We just got Mike Hughes. He's also a new addition. Jeff Okudah, Trey Flowers, Jalen Hawkins is safety, Richie Grant, Jesse Bates, all safeties. A lot of depth there as well, and pretty good, especially if Okudah can pan out for us. We traded him for like a fifth round draft pick. He was like the fourth overall pick, I think, a couple of years ago. He came out in the same draft as AJ Terrell and CJ Henderson. Um, and I think he did. I may be getting those drafts confused, but secondary wide grade, I'll give us a B plus. I think our secondary is actually really good, really good. Kind of key points I wanted to go over though, real quick with the Falcons. I think we have, as far as quarterback goes, we have maybe the worst, definitely the third worst when it comes to a quarterback in the division because obviously we've got Bryce Young, Derek Carr, and Baker Mayfield in that draft. Or in that division, excuse me. Baker Mayfield kind of sucks. I don't know. He experience-wise, I guess I'll give him a notch over Ritter, and he's not like horrible, but he's pretty bad. I do think though what will help us a lot is I think Arthur Smith's going to make Desmond Ritter's job really easy because we have a lot of talent around Ritter and a really good offensive line. So, I mean, we don't have a lot of deep talent, I guess, but I mean Drake London, Pitts, Algier, Cordero, and Bijan now with a solid offensive line, that's going to make his job a lot easier than it would need to be. Our strength of schedule is average. I'll go over our schedule in a minute here. Summary on the Falcons, I think we're going to have a good season, definitely, and I think we're going to make the playoffs, and I think we're going to win the division. I think we're extremely underrated, and I don't know why there's so much hate on us right now and like people thinking we're going to suck. We're definitely not going to suck. Yeah. Schedule, I got us here. Let's bring that up real quick. Use ESPN for my stuff. It's pretty easy. Play the Panthers. I got us winning week 1, home opener in Hotlanta. Green Bay have us winning that game. Lions are sneaky good this year. We're playing at Detroit. I have us just taking an L there. It kind of sucks, but I think so. But then we play Jacksonville. Jacksonville's pretty good. Have us losing. I think we're gonna beat Houston. Definitely think we're going to beat the Commanders. At Tampa Bay, I do have a sweeping Tampa Bay this year, which probably won't happen, but I do. And then the Titans, I think we're going to lose. I think it's just going to be a tough game. I don't know. We could win. I just think we're going to lose. Minnesota, I also have us losing. And then bouncing back against the Cardinals with a win. And then against the Saints, I have a win here. A win against the Saints. And then at New York, I think we're going to lose. Jets are pretty good this year. And then against the Bucks, sweeping them, like I said. And then at Carolina, a loss. Against the Colts, I do have us winning. Against the Bears, at Bears, I have us winning. And then at Saints, I have us losing. So that is a total for 10-7. And that's much better than last year. It's much better than we've been. So, I mean, I hope that's how it goes. And I think that'd be awesome. Now let's get over to the Carolina Panthers. Sorry, I'm just going to load that up real quick. Talk about them real quick. New additions. I think first and foremost, kind of what we should talk about here is Frank Reich. Frank Reich and Bryce Young, obviously. Frank Reich's a quarterback guy. Bryce Young, number 1 overall pick. Quarterback, he's going to be pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, we'll see, obviously. It's always a coin flip with rookie quarterbacks. But, yeah, I think he'll be good. And obviously Frank Reich, like I said, was a quarterback guy, so I think both of them will be pretty good together. And I think it'll be really fun and cool to watch. Then obviously they got Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, Hayden Hurst, DJ Chark, who is hurt right now. He pulled his hamstring, so I don't know if he'll be playing. And Jonathan Mingo, who's a rookie. On defense, they added Shai Tuttle, Deion Jones, and Justin Houston. All decent guys. I'm really excited to see what Deion Jones can do for him. I hope he plays really good because he's obviously an ex-Falcon. Key names in the skill positions wise, obviously Bryce Young, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, Adam Thielen, Terrace Marshall, Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark, Jonathan Mingo, Hayden Hurst, Ian Thomas is pretty good. What I think is really cool what they did this offseason was since they lost DJ Moore, they went out and got a lot of help throwing the ball for Bryce Young, which is really cool, and it's going to be good. Jonathan Mingo is really underrated too. He's that rookie out of Ole Miss. So I don't know if he's underrated, but people who know him know he's good. Offensive line, Iko Mekwonu, Brady Christensen, Bradley Bozeman, Cade Mays, Taylor Motton. That's pretty solid, man. That whole offense they got some names, and they have a lot of help for Bryce Young, which is going to be cool to see. A lot of people are down on these guys too, and I think they're going to be good. Front seven wise, obviously Shai Tuttle, we talked about him. Derek Brown, who's really good. He's a guy at Auburn, he's really good. Brian Burns, pass rusher. Shaq Thompson, Frankie Louvu's all right. Justin Houston is a pass rusher. Brian Burns is their other pass rusher. Grade their front seven, I'd give them maybe a B. They have some great players. They have some average players. I don't know, maybe a B plus. But secondary, they got Dante Jackson, Von Bell, Xavier Woods, J.C. Horn, and then don't forget about Jeremy Chin and C.J. Henderson. C.J. Henderson was a top 10 pick. Jeremy Chin was the poor man's Isaiah Simmons in that draft, and he's been incredible. He's actually extremely underrated. He's been so good. For them, secondary wise, I'd probably give them a B plus. Just because I think Dante Jackson's really overrated. He's kind of just fast. He hasn't been that good, I don't think. J.C. Horn's really good, so I'll give him a B plus as well. There. Key points on the Panthers this year, like I talked about earlier, they solidified the wide receiver position with drafted free agency after losing DJ Moore. Frank Reich, QB guy, it's going to be awesome to see. Average O-line, well, no, I don't think so. I think they have an above average offensive line, but they need to stay healthy because they don't have so much depth. Brady Christensen, by the way, is a BYU guy. We're out of Utah over here, so you always got to give the shout out to the Utah guys. Yeah. And then defense is overall, if I were to give them an offensive and defensive grade, offense would probably be a B plus, and then defense would probably be a B plus as well. So that's pretty good. That's better than what I'd give the Falcons for sure. Summary on them: solid team with a lot of talent. They're going to have a good season. They're going to contest for the division, and I think they're going to be a potential division winner. I think they're a lot better than people think. I'm actually weird why people don't think they're that good. Their strength schedule this year is above average. They're at Hotlanta in the first week. These first 6 weeks are actually extremely difficult for Bryce Young as a rookie. So he plays 2 division games, goes to Seattle, which is probably like a mid-tier team. Vikings are good. Lions are pretty good, and Miami should be good given that Tua is healthy. All of these are going to be like, okay, everyone's healthy. Their core is there. So Hotlanta, have them taking an L right out of the gate, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a dub, and then New Orleans, I haven't taken an L also, because that's just a tough win, man. It's a really tough win. It's Monday night. It's division game, Seattle, I do have them winning this game. I felt like they needed at least 2 wins out of the first 6 weeks. So I do have them winning that game. Minnesota, I believe I have them losing. Yep, losing. Then I have them beating the Lions. That's that second win. And then losing to the Dolphins. So those first 6 weeks, then they get a bye. And hopefully they get their shit together, because that's 2-4. That's tough. But that's just a tough schedule at the start there. Then they play Houston. Got to win. I think they're going to be pretty bad. Colts win. Bears win. Cowboys loss. I think the Cowboys are really good this year. I don't think they're going to be the Cowboys. Titans win. Bucks loss. I have them splitting with the Bucks. Saints. I guess I have a Saints win here in New Orleans, which is interesting. But I don't know. Maybe the Saints will sweep them this year. And then versus Atlanta, I have them winning. I just have a splitting. Packers win. Jags loss. Bucks win. And that ends them with 10-7, the same record as the Falcons. I do have us winning the division, though, because we do get that extra division win against the Bucks. Now let's get into the Saints. Let's go talk about them real quick. Fuck. All right, here we go. Saints, new additions for the Saints, obviously. They got Derek Carr. He's the new guy. Brian Edwards from the Falcons, old-time Falcon. Hopefully he does good. Love our Falcon alum. Foster Moreau, Brian Brace, he's their rookie. Isaiah Foskey, he's their other rookie. Kendry Miller, he's a running back rookie. Isaiah Foskey's on the D-line. I don't remember if he's a pass rusher or not. I think he's kind of like 3-tech, I think. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that. And then Trey Turner, he's a good offensive lineman. And they picked up Jimmy Graham, but he got arrested the other day, so I think he's going to be done. Kareem Hunt, I heard they brought him in on a visit. I don't think they signed him. I don't think Kareem Hunt actually has a job yet. Anthony Barr, and then Jamal Williams. Those are new additions there. Key names. Obviously, skill positions. We got Derek Carr, Kamara. Now, he's suspended for the first 4 weeks. Obviously, Jamal Williams, Kendry Miller, they're running backs. I love them. We got Chris Olave, Michael Thomas fill in that wide receiver spot. And then Juwan Johnson and Taysom Hill. I don't know what Taysom Hill's going to do. We'll see. Foster Moreau's kind of nice as a backup tight end just because, he's pretty solid. Taysom Hill's going to do a little bit of everything. If I were to give them a grade here, skill position wise, with Kamara in, you probably bump it up to like a B plus A, just because they have a lot of talent. With Kamara out, I'd probably give like B minus. Offensive line: Trevor Penning, Andres Pete, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk. That's a really good offensive line. That's actually a stacked offensive line. Except for Trevor Penning. We'll see how he's going to do. Try Turner's on IR, so that kind of sucks for them. That would be big for them to have him there just as depth, but he's on IR. And Trevor Penning is he's huge. He's really good. He came out in the draft last year. His technique's really bad. We'll see how he plays. It's going to be fun to watch. But offensive line-wise, I think I'd just give him an A because I think they're good. These guys are pretty stacked, too, honestly. Like, the NFC South is going to be a lot better than people think. Front seven-wise, Cam Jordan, Peyton Turner, Brian Beasy, Isaiah Foskey, their new guy. Pete Warner is really good. Demario Davis. Paulson Adiba, or nope, sorry. Yeah, that's their front seven. They have, I don't know, they're pretty good. I'd probably give them like a B, maybe B minus. Front seven, secondary. Secondary's good, but it lacks a lot of depth. Like, I know Alontae Taylor's pretty good. Paulson Debo, I don't think he's that good. He's all right. Tyrann Matthews obviously really good. Honey Badger. Marcus May is really good. Marshawn Lattimore is really good. So those three, they're really solid. So I do think the Saints have a lot of talent. They're definitely a division contender this year for sure. We got to kind of talk about key points I have for them. Defense should be good. Dennis Allen's their new well, he was an interim head coach last year, but now he's back in for sure. And so he has plenty of talent on that defense to make him pretty good. Offense should be decent, but I struggle with Derek Carr. Derek Carr's never had this good offensive line in his life, so I do think that maybe he'll be a lot better than we think, but he's just so average, it's hard to get behind that. And then one other thing, they do have Jamal Williams and Kendre Miller to fill the spot while Kamara's out for 4 weeks. That's big. Alvin Kamara is really good, and Jamal Williams and Kendre Miller being there just to kind of help them out is really good for them. Analysis, I think they're going to have an average season. They're the Saints, so I don't think they're going to meet expectations because they never do. They definitely have potential to contest for the division, though. Let's go look at their schedule. Obviously, they got Titans week 1. Let's see, I have them beating the Titans. I do have them beating Carolina, because remember we talked about them. They have them, which is, we'll see. It's at Carolina. I don't think I realized that when I picked it, but I guess. Packers win. So I'm starting out 3-0, which is really good. But then I have them losing against the Bucks. No, sorry, I have them beating the Bucks. So I do have them starting off 4-0 here, but it's probably not going to happen. It probably just won't happen. And then I have them beating the Patriots, or losing to the Patriots, beating the Texans. So what is that, 5-1 at this point? And then losing to the Jags, beating the Colts, losing to the Bears, losing to the Vikings, beating Hotlanta in Hotlanta, which, wait, is that true? No, sorry. Losing at Hotlanta. They beat them week 18, yep. Have them losing to the Lions, losing to the Panthers, losing to the Giants, beating the Rams, and I have them splitting with the Bucks. So I have them losing this game to the Bucks. Yep, and then obviously beating Atlanta in New Orleans. So, and that has them going 7-10, I believe, maybe 8-9. No, that's 7-10. Yep. Okay. So I think they're going to have an average season. I think they definitely could flip that to 10-7. I mean, who knows? Yeah, we'll see. But let's talk about the Bucks real quick. All right. New additions for the Bucks. They didn't really do a whole lot. So where is it at? Let me find it real quick. Here we go. Chase Edmonds, Kalijah Kancey, Cody Mock, Yaya Diaby, Cody Mock, Kalijah Kancey all came in the draft. I only really saw them add Chase Edmonds. I don't know. Maybe they did a little more. Key names on the offense. Obviously, we got Baker Mayfield. Let's go. Rashad White, Chase Edmonds, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and then Russell Gage just got hurt for the whole year. That sucks. That really sucks for him. I love him. Ex-Falcon. Then K. Dotton's playing their tight end spot. Didn't mean to do that. Skill position wise, receivers are obviously really good there too. I give him like a C plus. Baker's pretty awful, and then they only really have Mike and Chris. I think Rashad White's all right. I don't know. I don't think he's great. Offensive line though, Tristan Wirfs really good. Matt Fielder pretty good. Hainsey's pretty good. Ryan Jensen's on IR. That sucks for them. They did draft Robert Hainsey though, I think, like last year, so I know he's gonna be decent. Cody Mock's pretty good. Luke Gedicke's pretty good. O-line grade, probably give him like a B minus. B minus, definitely. Front seven, Kalijah Cansey, Vita Vea, Logan Hall, Joe Tyrone, Shoyinka, Jaya Diaby, Devin White, Levante David, Shaq Barrett. I mean, that's as stacked as it gets. I'll give them a solid A. That is, every single one of these guys are good. Kalijah Cansey's really good. He just got drafted. Vita Vea's insane. Logan Hall's pretty good. Joe Tyrone Shoyinka is a really good pass rusher. Devin White's really good, obviously. Levante David's really good, obviously. And Shaq Barrett's an extremely good passer. She's coming off that ACL, though, or maybe it was an Achilles. So that's something to watch out for. Secondary, though, I think is bad. Jamel Dean's really overrated, I think. Antoine Winfield's really good. Carlton Davis is really good, too. But other than that, they really only have those two guys. I don't think Jamel Dean's that good. He's decent. He's not bad. But, yeah, I just don't think he's that good. Secondary-wise, I give him probably like a C, maybe a C minus, truthfully. Analysis though, summary kind of on them, or key points real quick. Sorry. I do think at some point Kyle Trask is going to play, whether that's either injury or benching from Baker. So I think that's going to play a big part in kind of how their year goes and why they have a bad year. Why I think they're going to have a bad year. They have a good defense. They have weapons around Baker or whoever's playing QB and a decent offensive line, but I think offense will be bad due to quarterback play. Analysis, bad season, not good enough, won't contest for the division. I think they have a really hard schedule because I'm pretty sure they have a first-place schedule this year, and I think that's going to make it really hard on them. So they started with the Vikings, I have a loss. Then they go Bears, I have a loss. Then they go Eagles, obvious loss. I have a loss against the Saints, so that's starting off 0-4. 0-5, actually, shoot. So I actually have them starting off 0-7, but that's not going to happen. So maybe we'll give them a win against the Bears or something. I don't know. Yeah, sure. That's what we'll do. Vikings loss, but Bears win. Eagles loss. Saints loss. Lions loss. Falcons loss. Bills loss. Texans win. So, yeah, they're like 2 and I don't know from what year. But then Tennessee, I have them beating the Titans, which is interesting. Niners losing. Colts losing. Panthers winning. I'm splitting games with them. I have the Falcons sweeping them. I don't know. That might not happen. But I do have I have them losing that game. Then I have them beating the Packers, losing to the Jags, and then beating the Saints here, and then losing to the Panthers at Carolina. And that gives them, I think, what, is 7-10? 6-11 or 7-10. I'm not entirely sure. I may have messed up on that. But anyway, summary on the NFC South. A lot better division than people think. Panthers and Falcons have the best teams and will contest for the division. Saints can be good. We'll see. I don't see the Bucs being good with their QB situation. I think it's just too much. Ending division standings. I got the Falcons at 1, 10-7. Panthers at 2, 10-7. Saints at 3, 7-10. Bucs at 4, 6-11. I don't think the Bucs are going to be as bad as people think, though. But yeah, that's kind of us breaking down the